Good morning, Internet, and welcome to Oxygen Not Included Spaced Out. I think this is going to be a tech tip video on the world gens. We're just going to kind of produce a bunch of worlds and see what's out there. They've done a bunch of updates since the last time I created a new map, so I thought it would be fun to kind of look at what's different. So now on the Big Asteroid, you can have sandstone or forest. So we're just going to generate some worlds, have a look over what they kind of come with, and yeah, go over a bit of what the pluses and minuses are. We don't actually care what dupes we have because we're just kind of looking at what the world looks like. So typically when you start, obviously you get this view. If you want to know how to enable debug mode, there's plenty of ways of doing that online. But that allows me to reveal the entire map. And they've done a bunch of updates, and some of that has included the world gen. So I just want to take a quick look at this map, but let's zoom. Yeah, this is the Big Asteroid, so it's still got ice and salt slime. But really what I want to see is the star map. And I believe this planet they changed. Yeah, this now comes with a forest biome. Okay, so that I'd heard about that change, but I hadn't seen that world gen yet, that you now get a forest biome on the second planet, so you have the chance of getting trees and pips right from the beginning. Awesome. So this planet, you can see what vents you have. They've been doing a pretty good job of a whole bunch of metal volcanoes. God, I hate the fact that you can't scroll. Huh. So this is another one where I don't see a liquid sulfur vent. Interesting. And so that will just be the niobium volcano. Yep. And we can go and click around here. I've done this a couple of times. I have not seen iso resin out in space yet. That looks funky. What is that? Oh, that one didn't spawn. Or did none of these spawn? Oh, no, that's more me going into debug mode too fast. It didn't have time to spawn it, but it looks like there'd be a chlorine and hot polluted oxygen. So sometimes when you go immediately into debug mode, the volcanoes haven't spawned yet. Alright, so Glimmering still has fullerene. And I believe the water planet still looks like the water planet. Yeah, see, like the tree hasn't spawned yet. That's more my fault of being in debug mode. Okay, so we now know that the sandstone Big Asteroid starts with a forest biome. And so now let's see what the forest version of the Big Asteroid looks like. And this part just takes a while, so I pause you through it. We don't care about the dupes. I'm going to let this run for a couple seconds just to make sure everything spawns, hopefully. So this is now the big Forest Asteroid. And it looks like we got plenty of swamp, plenty of forest. Looks like it comes with the swamp biome. And oil, so that's good. Here we are at the big overview. Couple of little uranium, not very big. And same thing out here in space. Take a look at what geysers it comes with. So copper, iron, carbon dioxide, volcano, whole lots of stuff. But no liquid sulfur vent. Go over here. Ah, that's 2 in a row. 3 in a row if you count my last playthrough, that no liquid sulfur vent on the Big Asteroid. Alright, so that's a giant uranium biome. Lots of sandstone. Yeah, see, it didn't spawn. Yeah, some stuff still isn't spawning correctly. There's been a bunch of updates on World Gen, which is kind of why I'm doing this, that a lot of this stuff sometimes doesn't work correctly. I've gotten a couple of errors just spawning where it says, this did not spawn correctly, please try again. Yeah, see, none of those are there. Interesting. Okay, but I think in space it's the same, where the Gilded has fullerene, but nothing has isoresin. So maybe one of the updates later will have that. Alright, let's go to the smaller asteroids. So we're going to come over here. I actually haven't looked at the Terra Cluster, oh god, in quite some time. Probably before my base game playthrough. Well, let's see what we got. So yeah, quite a bit smaller. And we just got the slime, natural gas, no oil, but I believe these are minor volcanoes. Yeah, so natural gas, cool steam, oxygen. Ooh, that's nice. I don't know, I thought that normally came on the swamp side, but cool salt and cool slush is good. And I believe all these are the same. Where's Gilded? Huh! That was not there on the previous ones, I don't think. There's now a temporal tear where you can, I'm assuming you can get out. That's new. Oh, there's a Gilded. Okay. So there is a way of getting fullerene out in space. You have... Is there something going on that the liquid sulfur vent is not always spawning? Or is it over here? Okay, it's over there. About to say, if I go through that many maps and I don't see a liquid sulfur vent, that's kind of weird. So this is the forest planet that has the uranium. There was just an update right when I started doing this, and I'm wondering if something got screwed up in the World Gen again. And I'm on the testing branch, and so I get all the bugs. But at least we get to see kind of what's there. There's also one of the reasons why I haven't started the next playthrough yet is the, yeah, right here, the point of interest buildings didn't spawn. The glass around these, yeah, so I gotta wait for the next update. Okay, well I can see what they're supposed to have even though they're not spawning. So natural gas, hot polluted oxygen, tungsten. Interesting. I wonder if the gassy moos are here. Yeah, like even the gassy moos are... That is tiny. Like the top of that map is quite high, but look at how little of anything there is there. Ice... Yeah, the ice asteroid is still quite large. I even let this run for a quarter of a cycle just to make sure everything spawned, even had my dupes dig a bit. Yeah, see, it spawned over here. Oh, that's new. There's now a ceiling robot. Cool. Hopefully it doesn't attack our dupes. Alright, well, what I actually want to see is the forest start, so let's take a look at that one. So let's go to... We got swamp, forest, and Terra, so let's do... We'll give it a couple of random whatevers. And this time I think I'll let my dupes dig for half a cycle, and then we'll see if anything spawns. Oh, no, there it is. This is what I get, is a problem occurred from this world seed. Make sure that didn't actually save. Nope. Yeah, like I said, there's still some issues with the world gen. It's one of the reasons why I'm not starting a playthrough right now, is too many times I've generated worlds and found that they didn't generate anything or didn't generate correctly. And if you're going for a playthrough and you dig and you find that there aren't any actual volcanoes, it's kind of a dead map. This time looks like we're going to get through it. space adventure awaits. Alright, we got pips, we got stuff. I wonder if there is the teleporter is close enough by that I can just get to it. I mean, that's there. Alright. Let the dupes build for a second. Oh, they've redid this background. There's now wall and lab window. That's new. How come you can't open that? Can I just move you? And my UI seems very, very... Ah, well, that should be enough time. Let's have him dig this way. I was trying to make sure that the game actually updates. Yeah, my UI seems really muffled to me. Alright. Oh, and like, yeah, hitting the space bar, the pause isn't making the pause noise. Weird. Alright, well, we got a colony achievement. Let's see if stuff actually spawned this time. Okay, so we got a nice biome. We have a cool slush geyser, cool salt slush, cool steam, which is kind of weird. So we got ice, we got forest. I'm assuming those are minor volcanoes. So yeah, let's look at the star map. See what we get. Natural gas. Ooh, a big volcano, minor volcano. No metal. So that's what you get on the forest, is you don't get a metal volcano. Gold and cobalt. Hot polluted oxygen and infectious. And this is the one you teleport to? No, this is the swamp. With the gold volcanoes? Okay. That is a lot of polluted dirt. Like, that is a lot of polluted dirt. Wow. And I think I got my... Yeah, somehow I got this out of sequence. So there'll be a lot of doing that. Okay. Well, that's just funky. 2 magma on either side of a very big oil biome. Still plenty of resources. What does this one have? So liquid sulfur, oil, chlorine, and carbon dioxide. Not the greatest. Well, that is an animation I've never seen. That was a gassy moo coming in like an asteroid? Weird. Oh, you're not going to let me go over there. Alright, so we still have the gilded, still has fullerene. How's that going to work? What's this ladder made out of? Plastic. Well, that's going to melt. Like, there is hot oxygen in there. Okay, but there's a gravitas building in here, as well as the niobium volcano. That planet's very far away. Interesting. So as you can see, there's still some world gen issues happening. The forest one looks... yeah, it's kind of like forest was before. You are low on metal, you've got your ore, but you've got to go other places to get more metal. Alright, let's take a look at the swamp one and see what they changed on that. Alright, so now let's look at the Swamp Asteroid and see what we get on that one. And if you remember in the Wayback Machine where Spaced Out originally started, you only had the option of the swamp. Yep, and it is still swampy, and I played with my audio settings. Yeah, and I'm still not hearing the dig noises. Weird. Just weird. Yeah, so, still some game bugs. It's a game in development. Oh, that's a question I have not been looking at. I'm assuming space is still really cold. Yeah. Come on, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Alright, star map wise. So we get hydrogen, volcano, polluted water, cool slush, and cool salt. So it seems like they're adding that to a bunch of things. Gold, aluminum, and hydrogen. Sulfur, gas, and oil. That's actually pretty nice. And gas isn't the greatest, natural gas isn't the greatest source of water, but it is a source of water. Gold and fullerene. I'm betting that's supposed to be a gravitas building that didn't spawn. So it seems like they're now adding that to the Niobium planet. Some copper ore and some sandstone, but it's all really hot in here. Like, what does sandstone melt at? 800. Yeah, you can see stuff. That's just weird. Like, why would they put a gravitas building over here on the hot planet? It's a lot of niobium, but most of the stuff in there is gonna melt at these temperatures. Like, I'm thinking some of it's made out of steel and obsidian, but this is sandstone, copper ore, like, that's just all gonna melt. And like there's not much oxygen in there, but there is oxygen. Strange. Yeah, so again, it's one of those where it didn't spawn. Interesting. Well, you can definitely see why I decided to do kind of a video to overlook the planets while we're waiting on some bug fixes, because yeah, half the time I spawn worlds that don't actually come with geysers, then you're kind of in trouble. More ceiling robots. Anyway, that's kind of where the game is right now on the world gen side. Plenty of stuff out in space. They haven't added isoresin anywhere I've seen it other than the tree. And as we saw in my previous video, the tree does not produce very much. So that is the last rare resource we need in order to really get caught up to the base game to make stuff out of insulation. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you got to see some stuff on the new world so you can pick what you want in your next map. I will be waiting for the next update, and then I will play a map after I make sure all the volcanoes actually spawn. Anyway, hope you all have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time.